Hi Tubies, here's Alexandra and welcome to a talk on Titan. As you can see, this is my new painted, fully completed Knights army, and I just want to take this opportunity to talk a little bit about Imperial Knights, about the weapons and what you can do with them, which ones are good, which ones are bad, in my opinion. So everything I say here is absolutely my opinion, and you don't have to take this as absolutely rule. You are entitled to your own opinions and your own playstyle, but for me, I have my opinions and I want to talk about them. So, first of all, I want to show you my newest knight. This is this one here. I bought him from eBay for just 60 euros. I couldn't resist to buy him. I had to make some repairs to him, so the weapons are obviously from different knights. So this was his original arm, and I built with my spare parts here the Thunderstrike Gauntlet, and I have magnetized here this bit because here this sword was fixed in position and I broke it off, and as you can see here there's a little bit of a gap, so I just placed a shield in here, placed in here also a magnet, and I have now a switchable close combat weapon for another knight. So, and his second weapon was this cannon here. It is a little bit stiff, but I was able to break the gluing part here, and this is now movable. So, yeah, and I switched out the weapon layout a little bit, and also what I did is I created a third rocket pod. This here is a mixture out of the missile pod from a drop pod here and the missiles from a land speeder, and voila, I cut this a little bit, glued this together, placed a magnet in here, and voila, I have now 3 knights with carapace weapons. I have 2 paladins here and 1 crusader. So, let's start talking about the Imperial Knights by the weapons that they use. The first weapon we start with are the 2 basic weapons that are introduced in the first kit. The, how it is called? The Rapid Fire Battle Cannon, this here, and the thermal cannon, this mega melter. So let's start with a rapid fire battle cannon. You get a cannon with an additional auxiliary heavy stubber. Well, compared with all the other weapons that the Imperial Knights have, the heavy stubber is nothing more than a super soaker, a water gun, or something like that. So the cannon itself comes with the following profile: rapid fire battle cannon, 72 inches range, strength 8, AP 3, ordnance 2, large blast. So this cannon will wreck almost everything. It has the power of a missile launcher. With strength 8, it is capable of even penetrating a land raider. And with Ordnance 2, you get 2 large blast templates with strength 8. With its AP of 3, you can even crush normal space marines with not artificial armor. And in my opinion, this is one of the best weapons that an Imperial Knight can have. It has potential of killing big squads of infantry. It can very easily kill vehicles. With the ordnance weapons, you have a reroll on the damage table for vehicles. With the Large Blast 2, you have even the chance of hitting vehicles 2 times. That means you can roll 4 times on the damage table, and well, you're almost guaranteed to kill almost any tank that this weapon will hit. And also infantry is not protected from this. With AP 3 you can nicely kill every infantry. Well, to the heavy stubber here on this knight, as I said, this thing comes with 36 inches range, strength 4, AP 6, heavy 3. So this is like 3 bolters with a less AP. Meh. The only thing that this thing is good for is to target other units with it that you want to attack in close combat. So overall it is a nice thing to have. It's some additional firepower, but you don't really need it. So let's talk about the thermal cannon. The thermal cannon has a much shorter range than the battle cannon, with only 36 inches. Comes with a strength of 9 and an AP of 1. So this thing will incinerate everything. It gets +2 on the damage table when penetrating. When you have penetrated a vehicle with this cannon. Also, it comes with heavy 1, large blast, and the melter rule. So in a short range distance of 18 inches, you can roll 2d6 for penetrating hits. So this thing is even more of a tank killer. Downside compared to the rapid fire battle cannon is you only have 1 large blast instead of 2. It is not ordnance, but still it is a powerful weapon that will vaporize a lot of things. So normally the first knight that was introduced with those 2 weapons were the Knight Paladin with a battle cannon and the Knight Errant with a thermal cannon. So, and those knights came with a close combat weapon. This was the Reaper Chainsword. This is a great weapon, and the thing that, well, the most people really want for an Imperial Knight. It comes with a close combat type melee, but with strength D AP2. That means if you hit with this thing, you don't roll to wound, you roll on the damage table for D weapons. For infantry, it looks like that. The infantry model on a roll on 1 is unharmed. On a roll to from 2 to 5, the model gets D3 wounds, and on a roll of 6, the model gets, I guess, D6 wounds with no armor saves or of any kind allowed. So this will incinerate everything, and same goes for vehicles with the same numbers. So D3 damage points on a vehicle, or D6 damage points, and well, the thing, when an Imperial Knight attacks a tank, you're almost guaranteed that this tank is gone for good. It doesn't matter how much the armor penetration would be, you just smash through it. So that is a really awesome weapon, and with the new kit came the Thunderstrike Gauntlet this year. The Thunderstrike Gauntlet has almost the same profile than the Reaper Chainsword. It comes also with the rules melee, strength D AP2, but also has 2 special rules, Colossal and Hurl. Colossal means Like any power fist, this strikes at initiative 1 in close combat. And hurl means if you kill with this thing a tank or a monstrous creature, you can throw the body or the vehicle wreck up to 12 inches into something else that is nearby. The strength of this attack is the toughness of the monstrous creature or half the armor volume rounded up, I believe. Yeah, for example, if you are throwing a rhino with his armor volume of 11 on the front, you would make strength 6 attacks. Same with the armor volume of 12. If you have a armor volume of 13, then you make strength 7 attacks, and so on. So, is it worth it to take this thing? In my opinion, no. Absolutely not. Why is that? Well, if you are looking at this Imperial Knights are by far not invincible. They are super heavy walkers, and they have this awesome invulnerable save through the shield. But if you look closely at them, they are not that tough. They have a front armor volume of 13 and side and rear of 12. This is very easy to penetrate with even plasma cannons or plasma rifles, with missiles, melters, and there are so many AP1 weapons flying around in the Warhammer 40k universe. You're almost guaranteed this vehicles will draw very heavy anti-vehicle fire, and they will get hit and they will get penetrated. So this armor save, this invulnerable save of the knight, is also only a 4+. That means 50% of the shots fired at a knight will be blasted off. Okay, but this is only valuable to one facing of the knight. So if your opponent is flanking the knight from several directions, for example, maybe with a land speeder fast skimming behind them, or elder tanks like fast skimmers, a falcon or a fire prism or something like that, and you have fire squads from the front and behind, and maybe something from the side of the battlefield, then they get shot from several angles, and the shield will only hold one side. So that means this knight will go down eventually, and he has only 6 hull points. So be aware that this knight is not invincible. So back to the gauntlet. Why do I think that the Thunderstrike Gauntlet is not good? Well, it's because of this little extra rule, Colossal. The Imperial Knight has only initiative 4 in close combat. That means that monstrous creatures most of the time will strike before the knight. Monstrous creatures have the ability, like a melter, to make penetrating hits with 2d6. So if a monstrous creature will attack a knight, your knight is almost guaranteed to be gone before he can even strike. And that's the big downside of this gauntlet with initiative 1. Oops, sorry. Initiative 1 is deadly for each knight. So be aware in which combat situations you throw your knight in. In almost every squad nowadays, there is guaranteed to be a power fist or something like that, or even a chain fist or other high strength weaponry that can penetrate a titan, a knight titan. So be aware of that before you blindly rush into a combat situation. So, in my opinion, the close combat for the knights is only there to target juicy vehicles that you haven't already killed with your main battle gun. So, yeah, let's talk about the third weapon that was introduced with a new set. This is the Avenger Gatling Cannon. It is with 36 inches, strength 6, AP 3, heavy 12, rending. This is a monster of a cannon, but this immense potential will puff away if you don't use it correctly. What do I mean with using it correctly? Well, first of all, you have to think about the mathematically... also, here's a heavy flamer underneath. Don't forget about that. In close range situations, your knight will be able to roast some infantry with that. But overall, your Imperial Knight has a ballistic skill of 4, meaning he will hit on 3+. So that means 2/3 of those 12 shots will hit, mathematically. From those 12 shots, that will be maybe 9 hits. Then from those 9 hits with a strength of 6, you will most probably hitting infantry on a 2+ with that. So from those 9 hits, maybe 8 will wound, and with an AP of 3, you will, well, kill 9 models with this. Almost certain. When you're hitting Terminators or something like that, you may, well, have some saved armor saves, but, well, if you are hitting orcs or something like that, they will fall greatly with this cannon. But you can improve this. As you can see here, my little squadron of 3 knights. They're painted like an Adeptus Mechanicus aligned house. And as you can see here in the middle, the knight has 2 white stripes here on his carapace. What does it mean? Well, that means he is the leader. He is the baron of this knight conglomerate here, and he has a raised ballistic skill statistic of 5. Meaning that his Avenger Gatling Cannon will hit on a 2+, and that will overall increase the deadliness of this weapon immensely, where on the template weapons, like here the battle cannon or the fusion gun, the thermal cannon, that won't matter that much with +1 on ballistic skill, but on a ballistic weapon like this is immense. So I would highly suggest to equip your leader of your Imperial Knights like this, with the Avenger Gatling Cannon here, and like this. This would be the Knight Warden with a Gatling Cannon and the Reaper Chainsword. You can also exchange the Reaper Chainsword for the Thunderstrike Gauntlet, but like I have explained before, I wouldn't recommend using that anyway. So, Reaper Chainsword. Also, your leader with ballistic skill of 5 should definitely get the carapace weapon of the I don't know how it is called, the heavy stopper, no, Twin Icarus Autocannon, so it is called, with 48 inches, strength 7, AP 4, heavy 2, interceptor, Skyfire, twin linked. This is a weapon with a ballistic skill of 5. You will definitely kill flyers with this. It is twin linked 2 shots. With ballistic skill 5, you hit on 2+. you can re-roll once. So it is almost guaranteed that all 2 shots will hit your target, and with strength 7, well, you have a good chance to penetrate flyer with armor volume of 10. So this is a very good thing to have on your commander. But my commander is equipped differently than this. He is equipped like that. Why is that? Well, that's because the weapons I have. And I think the commander should be a shooting Imperial Knight. My second knight is a paladin, and my third knight is also a paladin. So those are my my battle brothers here. The 2 paladins have the what is called the Storm Spear. Storm Spear rocket pod is 48 inches, strength 8, heavy 3, AP 3. So this is like 3 missile launchers together. So it kills heavy infantry like Space Marines with his AP 3. It kills light to medium class vehicles. It kills off the last survivors of a squad. Overall, a really nice weapon to have. So, would I take the Iron Storm missile pod with 72 inches range, strength 5, AP 4, heavy 1, large blast barrage? This is essentially a whirlwind rocket launcher. Would I use it? No, definitely not. Strength 5 is nice, but AP 4 is not good enough. Why is AP 4 not good enough? Well, you have to think about what opponents you will face with your Imperial Knights. Statistics say that the majority of players of Warhammer 40k play any sort of Space Marines, be it normal Space Marines like Ultramarines or Imperial Fists or Dark Angels, or Blood Angels, Grey Knights, Space Wolves, now the new Death Watch, something like that. There are so many players out there, and Space Marines have armor save of 3+. That means you want to kill them with an armor penetration of 3. So Iron Storm missile pod sounds nice. With a large blast you hit maybe 4 or 5 guys, but overall with a strength 5 you wound Space Marines only on 3+, not on 2+, and they have their armor save, so from the 5 hit Space Marines you are almost guaranteed to wound maybe 3, then 2 of them make their armor save and you kill 1 with them. Where on the other hand, you kill mathematically 2 with a missile rocket pod. Here with a Storm Spear rocket pod. That's mathematically 1 Space Marine more. Better odds. So, other weapons on the Imperial Knights are here the Heavy Stubber. That was the first one that was introduced. I glued this in and I'm stuck with it. But all my other 2 knights have already the Melter option on the carapace. The Heavy Stubber is like always previously said with a stubber here on the battle cannon. It is just a water gun. It is nothing major. It will not harm anything. Those are just 3 bolter shots. It will maybe kill during a whole game maybe 2 models. That's all. But the Melter, on the other hand, is a very good thing to have. Melters are good to incinerate tanks that have survived your initial shots. They are good to clear out even Terminators, kill the last survivor or something like that. I would highly recommend using always the Melter instead of the Heavy Stubber. If I had the option to change that, I would change that. But Unfortunately, I'm stuck with it. But so let's talk about the last two options of Imperial Knights that there are. The first option would be then the Knight Warden, which looks like that. Zip, zick, swoop, and zick. That's the beauty of fully magnetized weapon options. And there you have it, a fully close combat equipped knight for 300 points, plus the rocket spear port for 35 points. It is a rather heavy investment on points, like all the knights are, plus 5 points for the melter, and well, you have a very heavy investment, and we want to ask ourselves, is this heavy points investment worth it? And I must say, no, definitely not. What do you get on the knight? You get a knight who can almost not shoot at all, and well, this knight wants to be in close combat. It needs at least 2, sometimes even 3 turns until he is finally in close combat. Maybe in the first turn you walk with him 12 inches, then you run with him 2d6, and then in the next turn your opponent has moved away from you because he don't want to be in close combat with you, and then you chase after him and so on. So in my opinion, it is a wasted potential of an Imperial Knight because he has no main battle cannon. Also, his close combat options are not that good, because what do he get? Does he get compared to a normal paladin with his additional close combat weapon? He gets 1 attack more. Wow, that's almost nothing. I would never ever take a Knight Warden. A Knight Gallant. A Warden I would take. A Warden looks like this, like I said before. Avenger Gatling Cannon plus Chainsword. Definitely a good option for having as your commander, and I would highly recommend using him. And then last but not least, the last option is the Crusader with the battle cannon instead of the melter. Would I use him? Yes, of course, but I would use him in a different list. My list will use the how it is called, the battle plan that each knight will give the other knights +1 to their ward saves for their iron shields, and for that cause your knights should be close together, at least 6 inches apart from another, because you don't want that catastrophe explosions will hit 2 or 3 of your knights. But you want to have them exactly 6 inches apart from another, so that they benefit with the iron shield rule. So why won't I use the configuration like this, with 1 paladin, 1 crusader, and 1 errant? Because I want all my knights, like I said, close together, and but with this configuration, with a battle cannon, he is well, supposed to stay behind. He has no close combat weapon. He is just a shooty, the Daka knight, and so well, his combat role would be stay behind and shoot at everything that moves. Other than a paladin, the paladin has a close combat weapon, and he wants to go closer to the opponent. Also, the knight errant with his closer range a shorter range weapon, also wants to be closer to your opponent. But if you just make the adjustment this way, just like that, and that, ta-da, you can use your full potential of knights with a nice overlapping fire arc. Your ionic shields boost themselves, and that is a thing that is highly recommended, because boosting up the vulnerable save from 4 to 3 is almost a no-brainer. So I would highly recommend that. I won't talk about the Forge World Knights. I have absolutely no idea about them. I don't know the rules about them. I have no chance of getting them, because they are, from the price point, absolutely ludicrous, with double the amount than the normal knights, and I wouldn't even consider taking them. The things that I would like to see on that Games Workshop would do, but they haven't done this for several years, is the following. Games Workshop shied away from options in your army books that can't be built with the box straight. So, for example, the knight with 2 battle cannons. That would be absolutely awesome. Or a knight with 2 thermal cannons, or 2 Avenger Gatling cannons. Those knights would be absolutely awesome, but unfortunately they don't go together. Also, a knight with 2 Reaper chainswords would be, in my opinion, way better than the knight with a Reaper chainsword and the Thunderstrike Gauntlet. So, those are my thoughts about the Imperial Knights. I hope you liked this video, and well, we see us in the next video. You're Alexandra.